everyone, and today's video will be discussing all the warning issued by different websites that will be seeing the severe thunderstorm outbreak starting from now on as I'm speaking, as we'll be seeing some very heavy thunderstorms moving across parts of East Anglia and the southeastern part of England. Stay till the end to see what all websites are saying and what region of storms or percentage of storm risk you will be in. So make sure to stay till the end of this video, and at the middle of this video I'll be also be showing you the Met Office weather warnings. But again, just disclaimer, they have issued a amber thunderstorm risk, so again, do stay till the end to see what everything is going to turn out. But the first website we'll see today is the Net Weather website. Go visit this on the link up here if you want to see any other updates. Link will maybe be in the description if I don't forget. But Thunderstorm Watch, they've issued a severe thunderstorm watch. Actually, I think yes, very severe thunderstorm watch on Friday 30th of June. So that is today, and it's valid from Friday to Saturday at 6 a.m. in the morning. So you can see these regions, the grey means 20% low risk of thunderstorms. Again, even if you're on that 20%, you still can be in thunderstorms. But as we move higher, up to 40 or 60% of risk of thunderstorms, and I mean 60%, not 60%, but 60+%, that's where you will start to get some thunderstorms which could actually wake up some people. As 60%, that's more than a half, so you would kind of expect thunderstorms to be rolling in. So trying to get this video out early as possible before the thunderstorms start to roll in. That is why I will be trying to go through stuff a little bit quicker, so I can actually go through this video as the audience is watching, so I can actually you guys can actually see where you guys are going to be impacted. But inside the yellow region, you see this part SVR, that stands for severe weather. So if you're inside that one, again, severe weather is likely, and actually you get a hail sign for, if this is the 4 dots one, it means hail. It means heavy rain or flooding or hail. No, sorry, this one's hail, but that one means heavy rain or flooding. That one just looked like hail, that's why I assumed it was hail. But that one, this one with 4 dots, that's heavy rain or flooding. So wherever that place, the icon is, it means wherever it's going to be the most likely or prone to these risks. But we got 3 of these icons. One, again, the heavy rain flooding, which will sit at parts of southern, southwestern East Anglia or northwestern part of London. But we get a large hail sign just sitting at the bottom of it. And then next to it, we got a strong wind gust, which we could expect with every single typical thunderstorm. But that is around that region where, again, that SVR region, you can expect thunderstorms. So this is the part 1 of this warning. So that's what we see. But let's actually see what it actually says on here. Again, here it does say cave levels up to 2,000 joules per kilogram forecasted to build across northern France this afternoon, which actually could spread into southwest England and anticipated already by my previous videos. As a result, again, strong thunderstorms will develop over France and English Channel. Just what I've summarized there. Pause the video if you like to read all of this. This, again, will probably link in the description. So do go check that out if you want any more updates. Now, the official Met Office page, I do recommend you guys to visit this page, actually, because it's by the actual Met Office. But they have issued a yellow thunderstorm warning covering parts of the southwestern coast, parts of Wales, specifically Western Wales, and basically, again, most of this area region. Again, the description up here, heavy rain and thunderstorm lead to disruption on Friday afternoon and the evening. But as we scroll down here, this is what we want to focus on. the impact matrix. So this is how they scale up warnings. If there's very high impact, but it's very unlikely, they'll put it as a yellow warning. But if it's very likely or very high impact, they'll put it as a red warning. So this is actually how they issue warnings. If you didn't know that, now you know. But it has landed on likelihood and a medium impact. So this thunderstorm warning doesn't have to occur in the whole region. It can occur very near that as well. So, but for example, Birmingham isn't in that region, but that doesn't mean that Birmingham isn't gonna be hit with thunderstorms. That region, it only means it's more prone to these thunderstorms on that specific day. So you know what I mean? That makes sense. That doesn't mean that if you're outside of the warning zone, you're not gonna get it. Of course, there is some odds that you might get it. But let's move on to the second thunderstorm warning, which is covering parts of that London area, parts of the southeastern coast, and basically the whole of East Anglia. And this one is actually quite different. This one has a low likelihood. This one further westwards over the UK actually has a very low likelihood. And again, as we see the amber warning, this is actually an amber warning. Reason for that is because this has a medium likelihood but a medium impact. So this is what I mean by how they scale up the warnings. But these yellow thunderstorm warnings, they start from 7 o'clock on nighttime evening today to 6 o'clock tomorrow, whilst the amber warning starts 1 hour after at 8 in the evening and ends 1 hour earlier at 5 in the morning tomorrow, whilst the yellow thunderstorm warning starts much earlier for part of Wales but ends much earlier at midnight today. So what we can expect from these thunderstorms, we do expect a yellow thunderstorm warning to be issued again on Sunday, with tomorrow another one being issued until 6 in the evening tomorrow, which is quite a widespread one as well, covering all the way from Plymouth, actually all the way up to Inverness and Aberdeen. So this is how widespread it is, covering most parts of I would say Midlands, parts of eastern Scotland, and also parts of eastern England. Western England will face this warning, but very low likelihood and medium impact. Doesn't have to be outside that region again. Again, it's same thing if you're inside the region. If you're inside a region, does not mean you're gonna get thunderstorms. It's just to blame it on probability if you don't, or if you do get a thunderstorm. Doesn't always have to be. It just means you're more likely to get into thunderstorms. Now this one I usually use in my videos, the convective outlook by handdryoutlook.com. So we have got one issue today, and we have got a high risk for the south today. Now again, this is my first time seeing a high risk since I started doing this channel. So we got a low risk basically covering the whole UK except for part of northern Scotland and the Lerwick Islands. Slight risk. It means again for the south, for most parts of the Midlands, England, and basically East Anglia as well. Moving on to the stronger risk, which is enhanced risk. There's actually two. We got one covering over parts of the Western Midlands, another one covering all the way from Plymouth, all the way stretching up all the way to near Hull. So this is how widespread this is. But as we get into the deeper categories, moderate, the description, this says widespread thunderstorm likely, perhaps turning severe in places. So this moderate risk covers that London area, Brighton, Hull, and also part of that southeastern coastal area where we got that amber warning issued by the Met Office warning, and high risk, which is basically just touching part of the very, very coastal areas of East Anglia, and also the coast for the southeastern England. And the high risk description says severe thunderstorm likely, which is what we expect for this time of year, to have a high risk already with thunderstorms. So again, but there's some more icons here, like the net weather. Again, these you see a black line down here. This means severe weather again. And we get one over part of the South Wales all the way up to the High Midlands. We got another one stretching over from Plymouth all the way up to East Anglia. And again, these icons are basically built different. You can see there is very small, but there is actually rain and hail in this one, circling my mouse over that. And this one, we got 3. We got rain, hail, and wind. No tornadoes. But again, as we head into the next run, it's going to explain what's going to happen with this run. If I can do it, yes, I can. But as I hover through, you can see the risk level is slight risk, low risk, slight risk. As we head into this part, risk of large hail, strong gust and flooding, and basically for moderate and high, we'll basically say the same thing over this area of the UK as well. But let's show the HOCO. This will seem complicated, but once I explain to you, it's not going to be. So, the filled in, which is these parts, the risk of lightning. So, what risk of lightning is going to be? I actually want to turn that down to actually see. But the risk of lightning is basically capped at 100% for some parts of people in the UK already, because we are, again, that moderate risk has a very high chance of lightning, but the risk of tornadoes, which is actually the dotted line, and notice here we haven't got dotted lines here, except for this very small one here, which is basically 0%, and also, again, and another small dotted one here, which is again 0% because it's white, and the risk of supercells, which is the solid line. We have quite a big solid line covering across the UK. But notice the color is basically the supercell color is basically either very light green or white, which means around 0 to 5% chance of getting a supercell if you're lucky enough, storm chasers especially. But that's basically how you read these charts if I go do it in other future videos. So again, thank you for watching this video, and I'll maybe keep you more updated with the thunderstorms as it does come through with the community posts, which do turn on your notification bell so you can see to what's going to happen, especially if you're living in England and the southeastern coast. Thank you for watching this video, and until next time, goodbye.